I am Tony Bellew and you are watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. There's the match preview. Everton versus Man City. The semi-finals. Semi-finals.
You couldn't say that then. You're so unused to being able to say it.
You can never get a semi.
That's it.
I find it uncomfortable saying the word semi because I just don't say it enough. That's it. That's all. Mr. fucking Hollywood here.
Lee, swearing on the Redmen now.
Engaging us with his tales of Hollywood.
Regaling us with tales of Hollywood.
Hollywood and so much that goes on. Right, semi-final. Goodison Park. So much confidence. So much to be hopeful for. Why? Tell us, Baz.
Got to be confident. We're at home. Semi-final. League Cup. Never won it.
Never won it.
We won the Mersey Cup, which looked particularly like the League Cup.
It does, except it's only got 2 arms instead of 3.
Well, I'm hiding that. No one knew that, but I'll leave that with Waggy and Dunk there, because they obviously lifted the trophy.
Yeah,
you've got to be confident, mate. Man City are fantastic, but sometimes their defence resembles ours, which means that you can score goals against them.
No company as well.
You say that, but...
no, I don't think there's going to be...
No, there's no company at all, he's out. So, yeah, you know, I am confident for certainly for the home leg. I'm very confident that Everton can build on that last half an hour against Spurs and really go into this one with, I think we can cause them problems with our attacking play.
Chris, you're of a generation that I don't think has ever seen a trophy being lifted, have you? Not like
Well, I was
consciously.
4. Yeah, I was 4 when we won in '95, so I haven't seen anything that I can really remember. Went to the semi-final of the League Cup last time, away to Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
And Lescott gets beaten in the air by the smallest player on the pitch.
Mike Phillips.
Which was...
Incredible.
That's what... Yeah, I mean, that was so...
In the last minute
was so, in
as
the
well.
last minute,
In the
yeah,
last
it was
minute.
so annoying. But... And then, obviously, I've been down to Wembley, all the semi-final, the final, that one against them. Heartbreaking. That was when I just moved to London as well, literally that weekend, and I walked home. It took me about 6 hours. I just didn't want to get on the tube with any of them. It was horrible. So yeah, I've never seen us lift anything, and it's getting to the point now where I'm starting to believe. You know what I mean? Like we are getting better. Like the quality and the kind of, you think that cup football kind of might suit us. Do you know what I mean? We've got the ability to kind of when we need to. We've been turning it on in the league just about, and like even the cup games, like we never played that well against Norwich, but we saw it through. We won a penalty shootout. You know what I mean? That's unheard of.
We haven't really done much in this tournament this season, have we? You know, we scraped through literally every game. Even the second half at Middlesbrough wasn't very comfortable, and you think maybe that I know they say your name's on the cup, but maybe it might be, and who knows? I mean, you look at the other semi-final, Stoke versus Liverpool. No one wants Liverpool ever. Stoke, are playing all right. So maybe, who knows? Man City, they've got all the distractions. They're not doing brilliantly in the Premier League, but maybe they might rest 1 or 2. They've got a few injuries, problems already, like some company. Maybe they might think, do you know what? We might let Everton win this. You know.
I don't think they're going to think, we'll let Everton win because a trophy's a trophy. But
might
it's
play
certainly,
Michaelis.
put it this, well, yeah, him and Mangala would be all right.
Yeah.
I think this is a trophy that, we're long overdue. You've never won it, obviously. And City are a side that we're going to let you play. Now, they could turn up and click and hammer us because they've got that a bit. You've got Sergio Aguero, who scored a wonderful header at the weekend. Yaya Toure, Bonnie, Sterling, Navas, David Silva. They've got all of these players who trip off the tongue, who are all very good. Kolarov loves a goal against us. They've got all of those players. But like I said before, they're wide open as well. So they let you play. And Everton generally do well against teams that let them play. Obviously, down in a one-off, I'd be very confident in a one-off game. I'm not as confident over 2 legs, but that'll all be determined by Wednesday. If we turn it on and beat them by a couple of goals or whatever, then why couldn't we go to Etihad and nick a goal on the break? So it's all about this Wednesday, and if Everton, if we go out and we play a proper side and have someone on the left-hand side, Joel will come in, so everyone should be...
Hopefully.
Everyone
I've still got
should
an
be.
horrible feeling,
He can't
got a
play.
horrible feeling he's going to start Tim Howard. It's a horrible feeling.
He's played Joel every round. He's already said he's going to play in the cup, so if he then backtracks on that, then really he's lost his marbles. I think Joel will come in, and if he's got, hopefully he'll look and think, right, we'll put Cleverley on the left, and we'll play Bezic in the middle, and that will give us a solid base then.
I'm not sure about Barry being able to start, because he's played 4 games in a row there over just under 2 weeks.
Gareth Barry will start this.
Well, I know.
I think
he might not play Saturday. He might not play.
Saturday, I think, will be his day off.
He's getting. I mean, he's been brilliant this season, Barry, and God help him. You know what I mean? Like Martinez said at the beginning of the year, he can't play every week, but he's played him every week because he's been that good for us, and we've needed him. But I'm starting to the last 20 minutes of games, especially against Tottenham and Stoke. He looks like he wants to come off. You know what I mean?
I think the fact that obviously McCarthy's injured means that he's got to be playing games, because he probably would have started to look to rotate cleverly maybe in his position.
But in with McCarthy.
But because of that injury, I don't think he's had much of a much choice. But the weird, I mean, talking about this game, but because of it's two-legged, I wonder how much a factor the fact that we've got Man City away in the league, and then we played him in the cup again a couple of weeks after. I wonder if that's going to have. I wonder if that will help us sort of for that second leg, settle us down a little bit. I know there'll be different games, and it'll all go on what happens on Wednesday. But I just think the fear factor might be taken away by that.
Be a bit
game.
More comfortable in the surroundings of going to City, and you're used to the trip. It'd be interesting to see the experiments a little bit against City away in the league, just to see something different, whether, depending on the result, obviously, if we win 3-0, then he knows the team he's going to play. He knows that he's going to go there and hold. But if we need to go there and win, it'd be interesting to see if in the league he tries something and says, let's try someone who hasn't had much of a game. Maybe put Morales on the pitch for once.
I think he's definitely, I mean, not talking about those games yet, but this game, I think, I'd start the team that finished on Sunday. I think that's it's pragmatic, but it's also, you've got to think we can't concede goals in this game. 1 maybe, but then we'd have to score 3 at home. We'd have to win the game. For every goal we concede, we've got to score 2 effectively, I think, to have any kind of chance.
We'd have to do that to win a game, wouldn't we?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Anyway, if they score 1, we've essentially got to score 2 to win the game. Anyway.
Not if it finishes 3-1, then you don't
3-1.
necessarily need those extra goals.
No, but you said if they score 1, we've got to at least score 2.
Because it's a two-legged game.
You went Jamie Redknapp on me.
No, I didn't, because it's a two-legged game. What I'm saying is,
you need to win by 2.
If they get an away goal, we need
to win.
We need to.
Of course we do, because if they're going to score down there.
What he's saying is 4. He wants 4 men in the wall. Yeah. And this is a corner flag.
Jamie Redknapp, it was as if he walked in the room and sat down with me. And then when we go there in the league next week and win 3-0, we'll all be scratching our heads for that second leg, won't we? Going, we'll win 4-0 in the second leg. But this is a game we should be confident. We're at home, Goodison under the lights, like they like to say. It should be bouncing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's a semi-final, isn't it?
And we've got Lukaku, who's got 18 goals in 20 games, something stupid like that. He's been fantastic this season. He will get you thing. Lennon, to be confident. Delafeu, I think, will actually start the game. He'll come back in. There's players there as well who are playing for positions, and they get in. The defence hopefully be more assured with Joel in. They might. No, but I'm saying this is what people have wanted. So it's a chance to see what it is like, and who knows if he gets in. Does well Saturday, then, who's to say he won't start? I can say he won't start. But
he's got 3 big games coming up, hasn't he, Joel?
Exactly, and it's up to
Well, he won't be, if on Martinez thing, he won't play at City away, will he? Because that's a league game. So
no, but he's got 3 big games coming up in the next month, hasn't he? Where those 3 games could
even be 4 if we get past
if we keep 2 clean sheets and the defence looks solid and he's coming out for crosses and he plays a blinder, the pressure's on Martinez then to make a decision.
Make the call,
and if he makes the wrong decision in our eyes, then it's going to increase even more pressure on Martinez as a manager. So I've got confidence in Joel.
I did.
To be honest, that Norwich game, thought he was fantastic.
I did.
I mean, that save he made. I was trying to think the other day, when was the last time Tim Howard won his points? It was probably Tottenham away, and he had that one good game where he did play well, and he won us that point. But you look at Joe.
The last time he won as a game, though, was Southampton last season.
Won as a game, yeah.
Southampton this season. Second game.
I think it was a pretty easy save.
No, we've saved it with his legs at 0-0. Important. You go 1-0 down, you get beat.
It's a good save, but it's
save.
like where it was. I'd say you've got to make that.
Yeah. The Spider-Man save.
Put it this way, mate.
Joel makes that save.
Yeah,
exactly. But the one last season against Southampton,
when he clawed it back.
Yeah,
when he
that
clawed
was
it back.
terrible position.
His fault.
His fault. But it's not. Forget about
Tim Allen's never won his points basically.
Forget about.
But Joel, what I was going to say is like Joel has done that, and even like go back to last season, West Ham. Yeah, I mean, like how unlucky he was with the penalty shootout and stuff, but he played an absolute blind. He kept us in the game. He's got the ability, and I'd go as far to say that if he gets a run in the team, we might not even have to buy. Obviously, we'd have to buy another.
I agree. I've been saying this for a while.
He could be that good. He's won an FA Cup. I mean, he's not soft. He played great against Man City. Yeah.
I think that for me, I'm confident. I think it's a game we can definitely win. I think we have to. We have to have a little bit of caution because they're so good on going forward. But that's why I think Cleverly works out on. The only other alteration I would make is I've called this a few times. I'd have Galloway and Baines sometimes on that left-hand side just for Baines to help him out. Doesn't have to do as many doggies. Good with his left foot. Can join in up front.
What about Lennon?
Well, Lennon's the core.
You know, we didn't really get into this subject in the final wave of the Man City game, but Lennon does give you an option as a winger and Delafeu because he will work up and down. Yeah. He's not like an out-and-out winger. He will come back and defend and he'll get forward. So in that point of view, he is a winger that you can play and have Delafeu.
You'd have him, that's what we said. We play him on the left.
I'd at least try it once. You mean have him on the left because he's going to help Baines out who needs it at the moment. I mean, so it's an option, but you know, and does he offer you what Kone offers you, which at the moment doesn't feel like a lot. So yeah, you'd say that. But then you've had Morales sitting on the bench who, you know, we've had them playing there for a couple of seasons and he's done well. It's not like he hasn't he's not been ineffective, and he's tracked back as well, but he's still been on the bench. So I think it's just I'd like to see it happen, but I don't think it's something that the manager's going to play. I'd love to see him play Cleverly there because I think that for this next match especially, where we need to be able to hold our shape and be able to, you know, close people down in the midfield, I think he'd be the option.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you think we need to score goals, so we have to be at it, but then we can't afford to concede goals because obviously it's a two-legged game with away goals. So it is. Yeah,
but if he plays the team that finishes the game, so you've got Delafeu or Lennon out on the right-hand side, you've got Cleverly on the left, you've got Bezic, Barry and Barkley holding the three, and your defenders just defend for this game. He's already come out and said Jagielka's not fit for Wednesday, so
he'll play Saturday.
But he was sub.
Yeah, I know.
But then if you defend, you can afford to be going into those last 20 minutes at 0-0 and just nick. If we win the game 1-0, I'd love to go to the Etihad 3-0 up. But if we win the game 1-0, it's a clean sheet. We can score down there. It just depends how well we do.
Like the Mersey Cup.
Exactly. But Jags, you know, the likes of Jags should be back then in 3, and he you know, will organise. So it's just about winning the game.
I think Delafeu will start on the bench. I think Lennon will start on the right. I think Cleverly will start on the left, and he'll go with Bezic and like he did coming on for the last 30 minutes. And I think by doing that, what you've got is the last 20 minutes with Delafeu.
Kone will be on the left.
No, Cleverly on the left.
And Bezic in there.
Bezic in the middle. And I just think that he might save Delafeu for the last 20 minutes and try and use him as
to stretch.
To stretch in the last 20 minutes, and I think he knows we need goals, but we have to be pragmatic because City is so good. And I just think by having that team starting, that you can bring Delafeu on for the last 20 minutes, and you can start stretching them at the back. They've got aging legs at the back, you know, and they don't look that solid anyway. I just think if you bring Delafeu in the last 20 minutes, it might just all fall into place. Lennon can stretch them the first hour, whatever, and then bring Delafeu.
Don't forget that the league game, me and Chris were talking about it before, the first half, we should have been ahead really. We hit the bar, Hart made a couple of good saves. The second half, when they stepped up a notch, we couldn't get near them, could we?
That's the best I've seen at the start.
And yet, the 2 goals they scored.
Well, they were 2 giveaways, weren't they?
Not the greatest, but at the same time, it was the work around that one. I mean, still, they had us in the second half, and the likes of David Silva, when you see him live, you can, at that level, be like, they've got world-class players and they're switching on. But watch them against Watford. And I felt sorry for Watford because like they'd done everything right, but then 2 pieces of quality, you know, in the last 10 minutes, would you couldn't really do anything against them. It was really, really good. But we're better than Watford.
Yeah.
No, I think we are. I think
got
we're
more
better than
quality.
Watford.
I think we've got more quality, but I don't know if we're as organised as they are.
Maybe not, but like, you know, take encouragement from the Tottenham game.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting there. You know, if we do play this system, maybe it's going to help us
Yeah.
out, and then we can hurt them a lot more than Watford could.
I think Chris is right. In that final third, they've got a Gallo who's on fire, but they've got Troy Deeney who looks a bit
Troy
like
Deeney and like
a boxer.
he's a workhorse.
He's
and
a workhorse.
He'll, you know, he grabbed the other system, he
Yeah.
had the odd goal, but you know, we're supplying a world-class striker with very good wingers and very good attacking midfield.
You know, and I think this is a game. Barkley, you know, scored that worldie against these a couple of seasons ago. This is a game he can shine in.
It's a game where those 4 players, the Fab 4 or whatever,
The Beatles fine.
if they want to be classed as top players, these are the games where they're going to have to grab them by the scruff of the neck and go, we want to win trophies, and this is why we are what people are saying we are.
This is look, it's a semi-final. It's different than any other game. These players talk about Lukaku, talk about winning trophies and things like that. This is it.
This is where you
This
do
is the
it, yeah.
semi-final. It's step it up. It's different than anything else. I personally, we were poor at Barnsley and we got out of jail. We were poor at Reading and we got out of jail a bit. Norwich, we were poor and got out of jail. I thought at Middlesbrough we held them.
We won the game.
Yeah, we held them. It was a bit of that, but that was the best we played. But you know, this is our chance. If we're poor again in this game, we'll be out the tie going into the second leg. So I think everyone will be up. I think the fans will be up for it. And I can see Everton winning the game.
And God forbid they go to the second leg when there's 8,000 Evertonians there, and
a few more.
yeah, and they're out of the game. God forbid that happens. You know, we've got to be in the tie going there. It's as simple as that. And hopefully, their minds might be elsewhere. And I know that's not really a sort of the way you should be looking at it. But Man City are a much better team than we are, simply because the money is dictated such.
I think it means a lot more to us than it does to them. I think you know, if we did manage to knock them out or at least win this game, I don't think they would be too asked.
No.
Whereas for us, let's be honest, we're all itching for silverware.
Yeah.
And I think the team is starting to know that. And even
Well, most of the team haven't won anything either, so it's up to them, isn't it? You know, the irony with our team is that it's the Wigan players that have won trophy.
I think the thing is with this, I don't think this will be the game that they're not asked about, but it's winnable. But certainly by the time we play the second leg, they've got the Champions League. A couple of weeks later, there's an FA Cup, there's League. So in a couple of weeks, that's why it's imperative we go to the Etihad in the tie, head in the tie early, because let's be honest, we should be looking to win this game.
Yeah.
There's no questions about it.
Simple. Win the game. Dead simple. Tell us what you think in the comments. Can we win this game? Can we get through? Can we win a trophy? It's that simple. And what happens if we don't win this game? What does that leave Roberto Martinez? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget on Twitter as well. It is at Toffee TV1. Big thanks for Chris for just giving up his massive Hollywood schedule to come here with us.
He's actually off to Hollywood in the next couple of days.
We're not lying. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
Follow him on Twitter at
Chris Mason _ They've done it for him. Got a nice little blue tick.
we haven't, but he has.
No, we haven't. No, we would. No, we're never getting a blue tick.
it's overrated.
Yeah, see, there you go. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon.